A year ago, I did something crazy. I emptied out my entire wardrobe, every single piece of clothing I owned, onto my bed. And as I surveyed the landscape of sweaters, jeans, and tops, I was hit with a wave of emotions. Excitement, anxiety, grief, nostalgia, but most of all, a profound feeling of, what the hell was I thinking? Each item brought a rush of memories, moments in time frozen in fabric form. That trip to Paris, my first job, awkward middle school dances. I had never really thought about it before, but we store so much of our lives in our closets. Clothes, shoes, accessories, they become silent witnesses to our stories. So here I was, surrounded by physical manifestations of my past, my present, and a clear reflection of who I am. And then I realized I couldn't take it anymore. I needed a change, a drastic one. But why? What was it about this jumble of garments that suddenly felt like a burden? To answer that, we have to go deeper than just aesthetics. We have to look at the unseen cost of a full closet, the subtle ways an overflowing wardrobe can weigh us down. You know that moment when you open your closet and it feels like a black hole of confusion? Even with hundreds of options, you feel like you have nothing to wear. Suddenly, decisions you once thought inconsequential loom large. Why did I buy this? Does this make me look fat? Is this color flattering? These constant judgments sap our mental energy, creating a low-grade stress that simmers beneath the surface. We've all experienced that pre-party outfit crisis. Staring into the abyss of your closet, you're sure you have nothing to wear. Yet when you pull everything out, it's clear you have plenty of options. So where's the disconnect? It's decision fatigue. Psychologist Daniel Gilbert explains that making countless small choices throughout the day depletes our willpower reserves, impacting our ability to make larger, significant decisions later on. Every time we face a choice like what to wear, we expend mental energy. Over time, these small energy drains accumulate, diminishing our capacity to focus on important matters. Our willpower becomes like a muscle, tired and worn out from overuse. And this is just one aspect of a full closet's unseen costs. There's also the quiet toll on our minds and spirits. Remember that sweater your grandmother knitted for you? The scarf you bought impulsively in Italy? Or those 5 pairs of jeans you swore you'd never wear again? We often hold on to clothes for sentimental reasons, which is completely valid. But over time, these items can morph into burdens. They take up valuable space while holding stagnant memories instead of serving their original purpose. This can lead to feelings of guilt, especially if a piece hasn't brought you joy in years yet. You can't bear to part with it. Why? Sentimental attachment. We fear discarding an item might mean letting go of a part of ourselves or erasing a memory. But things don't lose sentimental value when you no longer use them. In fact, keeping unused sentimental items can become a source of stress and clutter rather than a celebration of cherished moments. Releasing such items can be freeing, allowing you to honor the memories without burdening yourself with the tangible remnants. By doing so, you can reclaim your space and mental clarity, while still cherishing the significance of these items in your life story. The truth is, when our closets overflow, so does our mind. Sorting through a jumbled mess of clothes can mirror our internal state of chaos. A disorganized wardrobe can sometimes symbolize a lack of clarity in other areas of life. When every square inch of closet space is crammed to capacity, it mirrors the feeling of being mentally maxed out too. This lack of order externally can compound the sense of overwhelm internally, making it harder to find peace and focus elsewhere. Decluttering our closets can be a powerful metaphor for decluttering our thoughts, creating space for clarity and intentionality in both our external surroundings and internal landscapes. So now that we understand the weight a full closet can carry, let's dive into my solution. First though, we need to start with a blank slate, or rather a nearly empty closet. The journey began with a wardrobe intervention. Everything came out, hung or folded onto my bed. For some, this level of exposure may feel unsettling, but embrace the rawness. It's the only way to begin. You'll see the whole picture, the excess, the gaps, what doesn't fit. Try to approach this with curiosity, not judgment. What do you actually wear? What has a home? Where does it fit best? Move things around in the house. If needed, lay everything out neatly. This isn't trash day yet. We're merely assessing, trying things on. Be ruthless. If it doesn't spark joy, fit, align with your current taste, or have a practical use, consider it for donation or disposal. Don't get attached to things. The goal isn't to create pain but clarity. There are 3 key criteria to evaluate each item. First, does it spark joy? Ask yourself how the item makes you feel when you wear it. Confident, uncomfortable, awkward, dull? If it doesn't evoke positive emotions, it's probably time to say goodbye. Second, is it useful? Consider the practicality of each garment. Does it serve a purpose in your lifestyle? If you have a formal wardrobe for work or a casual one for weekends, assess if each piece fits into one of these categories. Items that don't, like a little black dress you've never worn because it doesn't fit your current lifestyle, might be better suited for someone else's closet. Third, does it fit? This may seem obvious, but sometimes we hold on to clothes that no longer fit, hoping we'll fit into them again. Be honest with yourself. If something doesn't fit well, it's probably time to let it go. Try it on. If it doesn't fit now, it probably won't fit later either. Throughout this process, involve a friend you trust whose opinion you value. An outside perspective is invaluable. Also, set a timer to maintain momentum. Tackle 15 minutes of decluttering daily. Consistency beats intensity. After 30 days, my wardrobe was significantly lighter and my mind felt clearer. This purging process provided a clean canvas, a chance to rethink how I approached my clothes. Now that my closet was breathing a bit easier, I introduced a new rule: 1 in, 1 out. Whenever I bring a new item into my wardrobe, something else must leave. This encourages mindful purchasing. I no longer buy on impulse. I research pieces considering quality, versatility, and style. If an item doesn't align with my core style or serves no unique purpose, I skip it. When I found my personal style, I stopped chasing trends and buying pieces just because they were popular. This rule forces tough choices. When I buy a seasonal piece, I ask myself, what can I realistically replace? This ensures I always love what I own. Visualize your dream closet. If you could curate the perfect wardrobe with only your favorite, most flattering pieces, what would it look like? Maybe it's filled with soft fabrics, neutral colors, and classic designs. Or perhaps it overflows with bold prints, vintage finds, and statement accessories. Whatever your vision, the 1 in 1 out rule helps transform that dream into reality. By setting this constraint, you're essentially asking, do I truly love and need this new piece enough to let go of something else I love and need? This continuous evaluation ensures your wardrobe stays intentional, curated, and reflective of your authentic style. As I embraced the 1 in 1 out rule, I noticed ripple effects in other areas of my life. I became more mindful of my spending across the board, not just for clothes. I questioned whether each purchase added value or was driven by fleeting desires. This rule helped cultivate a sense of gratitude for what I already owned, reducing my overall consumption. A year on, and I can confidently say this experiment was a success. My closet is calm, curated, and cohesive. More importantly, I love every single item inside. Each piece reflects my evolved style, making getting dressed a joyful experience. I no longer dread wardrobe decisions. I know each item's purpose, and I feel confident in my choices. This newfound peace extends beyond fashion. The rule's principles apply to various aspects of life. From questioning purchases to embracing experiences over material possessions, I live more intentionally. The 1 in 1 out rule has taught me that sometimes less is truly more. It's about quality over quantity, depth over clutter, substance over superficiality. This journey goes beyond just fashion. It's a shift in mindset, a commitment to conscious living. The concept has evolved for me. While I still generally follow the 1 in 1 out principle, I've embraced flexibility. Certain seasons of life call for different wardrobe needs. For example, if I'm traveling nonstop for months, I might temporarily pause the rule to accommodate new travel essentials. Similarly, if I commit to a capsule wardrobe for an extended period, I may adjust the rule's frequency accordingly. It's about balance. Life's messy. Sometimes we stumble, buy impulsively, or let stress dictate our decisions. But the 1 in 1 out rule offers a safety net. Acknowledging missteps and correcting course is essential. If I buy something on a whim that doesn't align with my style or needs, I don't panic. I find a suitable replacement within 48 hours. Maintaining this reset involves consistent effort. Setting reminders on my phone and sticking notes in visible places help keep the rule top of mind. Involving a friend or family member in the process can provide support and motivation. Commit to regular wardrobe maintenance, even if it's just a quick tidy up every few weeks. Remember, it's a marathon, not a sprint. Embracing the one-in, one-out principle has brought me so much more than an organized closet. It's a lifestyle that values intentionality, mindfulness, and sustainability. It's about dressing in a way that reflects my authentic self while minimizing my environmental impact. Most importantly, it's about feeling confident, comfortable, and at ease in my skin. Because when we feel good about what we wear, we're free to pursue our dreams, chase our passions, and make a positive impact on the world.